at Team IBB. It's IBB Gary
and IBB James.
And we are here yet again with the one and only hashtag CP Vigilante, Zachary Fenell. The man, the myth, the legend, the marathoner. Awesome. CP Marathoner, is that going to be your new handle? It should be. Could be.
I update my Twitter bio. It's going to say marathoner who happens to have cerebral palsy and hates words.
Hates words.
Perfect. Perfect thing as an author, a speaker, and a blogger. Hates words. Beautiful. Beautiful. So, if you haven't checked out our first video, please check it out. It is going to talk about how these two just kind of began their journey from when Zach started, talking with a couple of friends about, hey, what's next in life. They talked about starting a 5K and then a half marathon and then all the way to a full marathon. So if you hadn't had an opportunity, go check it out because it is an awesome video. But this one, we're going to spend a few minutes talking about takeaways. If anybody else wanted to, what are your takeaways from this marathon?
I'm gonna say mine real quick. I'm very, very, very excited to hear yours. But the one thing I kept when I was on the ride back, I kept calling people and I was just getting so I was getting overwhelmed with emotion and just kind of I truly believed in my heart that anything was possible. That was just kind of my whole life. I'm very lucky that my parents were anything's possible, and then I would say, but now I know. Believing's very powerful, but knowing, watching Zach do what he did, I was no, I know anything's possible. No, I know. Zach taught me. But I think that is something. It's one thing to believe, and that's driven me way farther than I thought I could ever be in life. But the knowing, the believing to knowing that truly anything is possible. That you put the work in, put the time in. Yeah. But our bodies were screaming no, but our mind said go, and that was.
You were unstoppable. Yeah. Right. Invincible.
My L10, my ankle started bothering me, and I told it, I'm no, too soon. It can't. 10 miles, still at 16 to go. You can't be feeling like this. And I slowed down because I had to respect what my body was saying. But I knew that I couldn't let that, that what my body was saying, I couldn't no, I know I can do this. And I slowed down, I compromised and said, okay, I respect what you're telling me, body, but I'm doing this. And
I did say all due respect.
Yeah. So Zach, just share some more of your takeaways from this entire experience with everybody that's watching here.
There are so many. Seriously, I haven't sat back yet, but I think when you talk to people and you ask them what their best day of their life is, you're gonna usually get you two say, oh, the day either I met Amanda or I married Amanda, the day I met Erica or the day I married Erica, the birth of JJ, the birth of Quinn. I haven't had that yet in my life. So, and thinking about, what do I have? High school graduation, college graduation, those are all great, but this could have, I haven't really deeply reflected on it, but this could have very well, to this point, been the best day of my life. And there are many, many takeaways to take from it. And I think the most powerful one is that labels don't matter. There was this, as we were going, we were seeing person after person being carted off the course. Yeah. Fully able-bodied people being carted off the course in tears because, some sitting in tears, others, and I feel for them. But the fact is, they have more physical, I don't know what's the word for it, but they're physically, they're stronger, I guess you would say, than, obviously, not because I did the marathon and they didn't. Oh, that was a real ego trip. No, but the point I'm getting at is it's like, oh, you're like, a marathon is hard for anyone to do, so this is not disrespecting anyone.
But no, it was.
Everyone has a story, like
Sure.
the one person had hips bothering them, maybe they have a hip issue, so no disrespect for anyone who tried it, like, but my point was.
Yeah. Sorry, no, I felt that the difference between, like it was very, everybody talks about it's all mental. You know, they talk about life, work, business, leadership, it's all mental. We don't know if they had physically prepared but it was just kind of, and that was my plan was, I'm not going to overnight become in better physical shape, but people were like, how are you going to do this? Zach was like, how are you going to do this? I'm just like, my mind's going to carry me across the line. My mind will carry me through, and I feel like that's something that was another takeaway, that everybody's face when they would come up to Zach, be like, "Oh, are you done? Like, are you still going? You planning on finishing?" He's like, "Yep."
Like 100%. Yeah. Like,
I'm gonna finish. Yep.
Yeah.
But like seeing people drop. Remember, there was one time like, dude, I'm like, you're gonna beat people. Like people are dropping out. Like you're gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's where I feel that it is a lot of times in life, success is simply not quitting, not stopping. Like those things you hear, it's all mental. It's just staying in the game. It's just being there when the moment presents itself. But I feel like, and that was really cool.
Incredible, I said after a half day of walking. A demonstration that perseverance pays off.
Perseverance pays off. That's awesome.
That's in the paper.
That was the awesome.
Hashtag heel turn right now because of the cockiness I am showing. But no, let's get serious. What James said, so many watching points off of what he said. A lot of things I go into, this would be a quick takeaway. A lot of things I go into, my mentality is it's 90% mental, 10% physical, or whatever the talent may be, the skill at hand. With this, I'm like, this is 60% mental, 40% physical. Because you can tell yourself, I'm going to do a marathon, I'm going to do a marathon, I'm going to do a marathon. If you don't train for it, you're not going to do a marathon. You're going to drop out. And my whole point was, in getting back, rerouting to my point, that labels don't matter. I have cerebral palsy, but I did a marathon. There are people who were fully able-bodied who couldn't do it, who didn't do the marathon. And it comes down to the fact, it just comes down to who you are. It's not about a label. It's like, I have cerebral palsy, which was the initial reason I'm like, I can't do a marathon. I have cerebral palsy. 26.2 miles with how I walk, not possible. Proved that wrong. I proved that those unreasonable, I got reasonably unreasonable. No, is that how I say it? Reasonably unreasonable? Yeah. That's exactly.
I love that. Yeah.
So that's my biggest takeaway is labels don't matter. That it's about work ethic and just going out there and persevering.
Labels are excuses.
It's a great way to
That's
play it.
awesome.
Are excuses. Yeah.
So thank you so much, gentlemen. Please go to ZacharyFenell.com. Check out all of his stuff that's going out there. CP Chat now. Zach is a huge contributor to that, and he contributes to all of us in so many different ways. So thank you guys for sharing your takeaways from the Towpath Marathon 2017. Team IBB and Team CP Vigilantes are going to go head first right into 2018's next year's
2018.
Towpath.
Be there.
Be there. All these different relay teams.
Towpath Marathon, man. James and I cannot say enough about the crew who stuck with us through We start 5:30 a.m. in basic darkness, and we didn't finish until 5:10 p.m. And the course closed at 2. But they stuck around with us,
that's
and
awesome.
and
Shout out to them, big time.
Yeah.
Kathy Cole and everybody, Walt the sweeper.
Walt was in that.
Yes.
Yeah. And
Everyone.
John and Kath, everybody.
John and
yeah.
Kathy. I wish I remember about
The
the
video.
girl, the
it was
Hermes shirt.
Hermes, thank you to Hermes. Yep.
when you guys started. Your first 2 videos were in like pitch blackness, and they were saying, "I promise we're walking.
I promise we're
I
doing a
swear
marathon.
we're walking.
I swear we're doing a marathon
You
right
can't
now."
see it, but
Yep.
we're doing it. So
That's
yes, please stay tuned for the next video, the final video, where these 2 are legendary marathoners now. They're going to share some wisdom and some advice with us, all of us watching this. So thank you guys so
We're
much.
saying we hope you join us in the Towpath Marathon.
Yes.
This next video, it's going to prepare you to join us.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Yes.
Touche, sir.
So thank you, gentlemen. Until next time.
Stay burn proof.
Yes.